Okay, we're going to do a question on probability. Now, probability questions are questions which students very often find difficult, but you don't need to think like that. Usually there's only two simple rules. If certain things are mutually exclusive, that means they can't happen at the same time, then you add the probabilities. And if something is independent, which basically means they can happen they can happen one thing after another, they can happen together, then you multiply the probabilities. So the first thing we need to do is read the question and then work out the probabilities. So England has 12 picture cards, 2 apples, 3 pears and 7 bananas, which basically means that the probability of an apple is 2 out of 12. And I always find it best not to cancel down probability fractions until the very last answer. And the probability of a pear, well, there are 3 pears out of a total of 12. And the probability of a banana, well, there are 7 bananas out of a total of 12. And she chooses 2 cards at random. Calculate the probability that both cards are the same. Well, if they're the same, we've either got 2 apples, 2 pears, or 2 bananas. 2 apples plus 2 pears plus 2 bananas. And she's only choosing 2 cards, so these are all mutually exclusive. She can only choose 2 apples, but she can only choose 2 pears, she can only choose 2 bananas. She can't do all that at the same time, which is why the probabilities are added. However, an apple followed by an apple, well, these are independent. They can happen, one followed by another, therefore the probabilities are multiplied. But you have to be careful, because once you've picked up one card, you've only got 11 cards left to pick the second one from. So the probability of an apple followed by an apple will be 2/12, but then I will only have 11 cards left, and one of those will be an apple, so that will be multiplied by 1/11. Again, the probability of picking a pear, well, there are 3 out of a total of 12, but once I've picked up that card, then there'll only be 2 pears left out of a total of 11. And the probability of getting 2 bananas, well, there starts off with 7 out of 12, but once I've picked up the first banana card, there'll only be 6 banana cards left out of a total of 11. And those 3 fractions have to be added to get the total probability that the cards are both the same. So if we add this, 2 times 1 is 2 out of 132, plus 6 out of 132, plus 42 out of 132. I got the 132 by doing 12 times 11, which gives a total of 8 plus 42 is 50 out of 132, which cancels down to 25 out of 66. And the final number is cancelled down to get full marks.